Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Tarot with Talia. Today's reading is for the sign of Virgo, and it's a love reading for the month of January 2026. Virgo, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here, and I hope that you enjoy this reading. I've pulled 3 initial cards for you, starting with the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. I've also pulled 1 card from the Romance Angels Oracle deck as the overall energy of your reading, and it reads, Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Virgo, I can tell with the first 3 initial cards that we have here that this is definitely telling a story of past, present, and possibly the future or a current situation. With this Ace of Wands, I can tell that your relationship initially started off very hot and heavy. You were very much into this person. They were into you. A lot of very close, intimate nights or moments with each other. And you both very much enjoyed each other's company. Going into the Knight of Cups, there was some type of communication that happened here. Possibly later on in the relationship where the two of you got comfortable, and the communication could have been something that caused a bit of a disagreement. Maybe it was something unexpected, but whatever that communication was, with a Knight of Cups, it was definitely something surrounding emotions that affected one or the both of you emotionally. With the Ten of Wands, later in the relationship, these communications possibly caused some type of burden. You may have felt like the relationship was starting to be a bit of a challenge for you, too heavy to handle yourself. You may have felt alone in the relationship, or currently this is how you're feeling, or how your partner feels about you. But to get further into the reading, we have pulled some clarifiers. So let's see what all of this truly means. Starting with the Ace of Wands, we've clarified with the Four of Pentacles. So as I mentioned before, with this relationship starting off very intimate and hot and heavy, you felt very comfortable very quickly, and like you wanted to hold on to that feeling that you had with your partner. It was something that you feared losing because there was a possibility you'd never meet someone like this person before. But it did happen very quickly with the Ace of Wands. Clarifying the Four of Pentacles, we have the Four of Swords. So what this can mean is, as quickly as it started, it somewhat fizzled down a little bit. Even though you truly care about this person and you do have an emotional attachment to them, with this Four of Swords, it's almost like you kind of needed a break. I'm feeling intuitively that you may have put this person before your own needs and responsibilities, and it just became overwhelming in the beginning of this relationship. There could have been also a point of time where you were feeling overwhelmed with your emotions and wasn't sure of how to communicate your emotions toward this person. But one thing that was for certain, clarifying the Four of Swords, is the Ace of Cups. You definitely fell in love or fell hard for this person. You felt that their feelings for you were genuine. Your feelings for them were genuine. It was definitely something that you wanted to put forth effort into making work. Clarifying the Ace of Cups, we have the Page of Pentacles. Because of the Ace of Wands and all of the swords, which can represent fast pace, movement in the relationship, someone made the choice that things may need to slow down. Also, the swords can represent quick communication that could come off as being misunderstood, an argument, multiple disagreements, just not able to get back on the same track. With this Page of Pentacles, you could also be dealing with an Earth sign, another Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn. You could be dealing with someone that's younger than you. Maybe you feel like their level of maturity is not on the same level as yours, and therefore the two of you bump heads when it doesn't have to do with intimacy. Intimacy could be the number one thing that you both agree on and you feel connected to each other. Moving on to the Knight of Cups, we have the Queen of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign, an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. This can also represent a type of person. It doesn't matter if it's male or female, but they are very quick with their words. They usually tend to think that they know everything, or they know better than the person that they're dealing with. They're pretty no nonsense, very direct, can be very straight to the point. And Virgo, this just may not be the way you prefer to communicate. Sometimes you may have difficulty getting your point across with this person because you feel that they just don't understand you. But yet the emotions are still there. There's still an attachment there. And you're trying to work up the strength to keep this relationship going, to keep the focus on the initial attraction. But what really needs to happen here is the two of you really need to get to the bottom of where the disconnect actually started and move from there. Because it seems like with clarifying the Strength card, the King of Wands, that this is somebody that can be very rash. They can be direct, but sometimes in a way that is offensive. And Virgo, this could be you. Just because you are a Virgo, it doesn't mean you can't take on the energy of other signs. We can all do that. And I think in the situation you're dealing with your current partner, because they were the Queen of Swords, this is how you felt like you had to deal with that Queen of Swords in the energy of a King of Wands. I could be speaking specifically to a male here. Intuitively, I feel that I am. But this can apply in any way. Even if you're a female watching, this can be you. Clarifying the King of Wands, we have the Chariot. Because of the disconnecting communication, not being able to really see things on the same level, really see eye to eye, you feel stuck. With this Chariot card, the Chariot is an emotion. It's just standing still. And this could also lead to confusion, Virgo, of you trying to figure out, well, what's the next move I should make? I'm stuck here. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't feel that I can effectively communicate with this person. But the Chariot can also represent that you can definitely triumph over difficulties in your relationship, but it is going to take strength, which is why the Strength card was there. It's going to take work because it just started off really fast, really hot and heavy, and once it did, it fizzled out fast as well. And it could leave you and or your partner wondering, like, is there anything left to this? Should we continue with this relationship? And for a lot of you, the answer is yes. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. The question is, do you and your partner both want to put in the same effort to make it work? Or is it just you? Or Virgo, is it just your partner? Are you feeling overwhelmed and feeling like you don't know if this is something you want to continue? Clarifying the Ten of Wands, we have the Four of Wands. For some of you, this could be more than just a relationship. There could be children involved. You could actually have a family with this person. You could be married to this person. There could be a possibility that you and or your partner are contemplating separating or divorce. But there's still strong emotional ties here with all four of those wands. There is a connection of some sort between you and your partner that just can't be broken. And you know, regardless of whether you stay with them or not, those feelings will likely remain. Because Virgo, you're the type of sign that when you love, it may not always come easy, but once it's there, you love hard and you're committed and you want to make things work in the best way possible. But even with this Four of Wands, things could have gotten a little messy within your family, within your household, with this Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can definitely represent some form of deceit, something that was done without your partner knowing or done to you by your partner. It creates a lot of dysfunction in a relationship. If there is something deceitful going on behind the scenes that you're not aware of, it's going to be revealed. If you look at the man in the card, he's trying to run away with 5 of those swords, but he looks back and realizes like, oh shoot, I dropped 2. Which means there's something that's going to be left behind to reveal the type of deception that may have gone on. Virgo, you could have already gone through this for some of you, and for others, you are in this situation right now where you know your partner has been deceitful, but you can't quite figure out what is going on, what's happening here. You will get your answer with this Ace of Swords, because this is direct communication and clear communication from someone. The communication could come directly from your partner. If they have been deceptive towards you, they could come clean and tell you exactly what happened. It could also come from a mutual friend or someone who knows the both of you, who may know about this information or may have witnessed something that happened involving your partner that they feel strongly they should communicate to you. Once that communication takes place, Virgo, I have to warn you that it will create a tower moment. This means that whatever this deception is around, whether it's infidelity, whether it's a lie, it's going to shake things in your relationship up a bit. It will be up to you and your partner to decide if you want to continue to move forward and work on whatever this situation is. And doing so, the process is going to take time. And Virgo, you may be the person in this relationship that needs the additional time to clear your head, to think about how you want to move forward, if at all. Because we have the Knight of Pentacles. This could be you telling your partner, I need space. I need time. I need to think. I need to clear my head. I need to figure out what's best for me in this situation. Can we work this out? Do I want to? And that's okay, Virgo. Take the time that you need. If this is your partner and you know in your heart of hearts you've done something that would hurt your partner, and you work up the courage to tell them what has happened, be willing to give them the space. if you still want to work it out. Be willing to give them the time that they need away to come to some form of clarity as to how they want to move forward with you. Clarifying the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Three of Wands. So this actually means progress. Moving forward. You could be dealing with a fire sign. An Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius. Which, if you are, a fire sign almost has everything that you may feel you lack, and vice versa. You have everything that they may lack. You're more grounded. They're more outgoing and risk takers and impulsive. You're very methodical with your movements and any choices that you make in life. You two balance each other, which is actually really good. You may decide, or your partner may decide, we can work on this. How? You may not know exactly how you're going to do it, but the first step is knowing that you want to do it. Both of you agree, okay, you messed up, I messed up, we both messed up, but let's choose forgiveness. The Three of Wands can mean that more planning is going to be involved. And Virgo, you're a great planner. When you put your mind to something and you decide you want to plan something out, it is executed to perfection. You can use those same qualities and traits within yourself to work on this relationship if it's what you want. And clarifying the Three of Wands, we have the beautiful Star card. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. An Aquarius is also an air sign, which could have been representative of the Queen of Swords. But with the Star card comes hope and healing. Feeling optimistic, knowing that better times are ahead in this situation. With the give your relationship a chance and work on your partnership card, it comes with a book of more details on what that means. And it says, the romance angels see that your relationship is worth devoting effort to. Although there may be issues, these can be worked through and healed. You'll need to commit to the relationship to ensure the best chance of success. At the very least, if you do end it, you'll know that you gave it your all. You'll also understand the role that you played in its dynamics. In this way, avoid attracting similarly painful situations in the future. You've received this card because there's hope for your partnership. The love is still there. Working with a counselor may be your best option at this point. This professional can identify areas of dysfunction and guide you both in healthier directions. So seeking guidance from someone who can help you get through this relationship. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a professional or a therapist. Some of you may choose to turn to tarot readers because you feel like they can give more insight as to what you can do. Some of you may turn to your closest friends or family members that may have gone through similar situations. But Virgo, this does not have to be the end. Even though the cards do show this has been quite a trying time in your relationship. And you and or your partner are both questioning, is it worth it? Should I continue to work on this? Is this for me? This is saying give it a go. Give it another try. See if you both put in the work, how beautiful the outcome could possibly be. Virgo, this concludes your reading. Thank you so much for visiting my channel, Tarot with Talia. Please like, share, subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know if this reading resonated with you. And until next time, I can't wait to read for you again. Bye.